Hello everyone and welcome back to another reading vlog. I'm Meredith and today we are doing a weekly reading vlog which is also going to be covering the Thick Thighs Readathon. So if you don't know what the Thick Thighs Readathon is, you're a piece of shit, you need to fix that. No, I'm joking, but am I? I don't know. So this is a readathon created by one of my friends from our booktube, Sasha from Sash Reads. I'll link all the information down below. Obviously when you see this, the readathon will be over, but I'm sure there'll be future rounds. So check it out. It's all about reading positive plus size books. So any genre just has to have positive plus size representation with the characters, particularly main characters. It's actually day 2 because I'm also a piece of shit. But we're starting today on Tuesday with the vlog. I finished Zenny, so I'll talk about that a bit later because I'm about to head out and do some gardening. I've got some more veggies that I want to grow. I'll show you the packets. I want to actually have a veggie garden for the first time, but I am attempting. So recently I planted broad beans and carrots. The carrots never grew. Rip, but the broad beans did and they're doing well. So I've bought some more seeds because they're not super expensive, so I was like, I'll just grab some and see what I can actually manage to grow. I got just a bunch that are in season in Tassie. If you know, Tassie's really cold, so a lot of vegetables that grow well throughout like general Australia don't actually grow well here. I always look for like blogs that talk about Tassie plants. So we've got eggplant, celery, which I love celery. I chuck celery in pretty much everything. Then we have corn, which I love putting corn in everything as well. And then peas, because why not? Hello, I should probably update because I think I've read 2 and a bit things since I last updated. Let me have a look. Yes. I'm just about to start making some cookies. I don't know why, but whenever I say cookies, it just feels wrong to not say it like cookers, like Cookie Monster. I don't know. So I'm gonna make some cookies. I'm making caramel cookies. So I've read Dreams Bigger Than Heartbreak. This is a sequel to Victories Greater Than Death. So there's not really a lot I can say because it is a sequel in a series. But the first one is about this human girl. She's a teenager, so this is like a YA fantasy. Not fantasy, I always say fantasy. This is sci-fi. And she's like the clone of this like grand person from space, and so she has like a big legacy to live up to, but she doesn't remember the person she's a clone of. It's a big adventure story. She brings her best friend along. There's like lots of queer romances and queer identities. It's really cool because everyone like gives their pronouns when they introduce themselves, and when people don't have the same language, there's a way that their words are translated, and that translator will never allow you to misgender someone because you will always use the correct pronouns. Even if you say the incorrect pronoun, whether on purpose or accident, it will always translate it as the correct one, which I think is just like so iconic. Yeah, so it's just like super unapologetically queer. That's how I keep referring to it because there's just so much going on and it covers so many different queer identities and it's so wholesome. So if you like the sound of that, I highly recommend picking it up. And then I read A Girl Like Her, which is Talia Hibbert book, and it was so cute. Her books are always so wholesome. So this is about a girl who's kind of become a bit of a recluse. We get the idea that something's happened, but we don't know what's happened. And she is on the autism spectrum and she ends up getting a new neighbor, and he like makes her something as a like, hi, I'm new to the neighborhood, which like I've never done that because who does that? Who's not anxious enough to do that? Like, there's no way I could ever do that. Yeah, he goes over, he makes like a shepherd's pie or something, and they end up talking. She's pretty abrupt, she doesn't really want him there, but they do like talk a bit. And she basically tells him that she doesn't really eat a lot of healthy food and she doesn't really like cook meals. And so he's like, oh my god, I'm gonna cook for you because I do not want my neighbor to die of malnutrition. Yeah, he like comes over like every night and they become friends, and they fall in love, and it's really, really cute. And I just love how much he loved her for who she was. Like, he didn't want to change her. He just fell for her because of who she was. And he got to like know her. And it was so cute. So I really loved it. I didn't give it 5 stars. I think I gave it like a 4. I just feel like it dragged towards the end of it. It was like we'd had like a third act breakup kind of thing, and things had been fixed, and there was like a really good point in the book, and then it just like kept going. I don't really know why. And then there was also an epilogue, so it was like a bit much, but it was really cute. So if you like the Brown Sisters book, I think you'll really like this. Like, I think that this is a good book to read after you've read those. I'm actually sprinting at the moment with Erin, and Ren and Sasha might join later, I'm not sure. We're both reading Between Wrath and Mercy together. So this is a fantasy, and it's about a plus size heroine with a child who's 16, and it's amazing. I just love that. And so the story is she's like got these healer abilities, and her daughter has these really like sought after powerful abilities that her sister had, but her sister had to marry the prince and she was killed. We don't really know what happened really, but we know that she died because of that. And so she wants to keep her daughter's abilities hidden because she doesn't want the same fate to happen to her daughter. And the book starts with her like baby daddy, but they're not like together anymore. Like, they're married because they like had to get married, but they're not like emotionally, physically together anymore. He wants to take the daughter and go on this like trip, and she doesn't really want to because she's so reluctant to like let her daughter go anywhere, but she lets her go, and of course something bad happens. They get like captured, and so it's her trying to find her daughter, and she has to enlist the help of the prince, who she had like a romance with in the past, but he had to marry her sister, so she like hates him now. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I do think it's overwritten, and it's like a really long book, and I can see why. It reminds me of like Sarah J Maas, where there's just like so much unnecessary information, like I did this and then I did this and then I did that, and it's like none of that was necessary. Okay, so yeah, there's just a lot of unnecessary stuff. It's very overwritten, and I feel like the writing is like, you know how you're supposed to not start sentences the same all the time, like you're meant to use different words and different ways of structuring the sentence. I feel like these all are the same. It's just, I felt this, I thought this, I did that, and it's just very repetitive. But I love the story and the characters so much that I don't care that much, and I'm always more lenient with indie published books anyway because it's very different. Yeah, I'm still like having a great time, even though like the writing's not the best, because the characters are so great, the plot is so great, and there's so much unique things to this that it makes up for it. So I'm just having a great time. So I'm like maybe a quarter into that now. I wanted to finish it today, but I did not realize how bloody long this book is, so that's definitely not happening. And I don't know if I'll finish it tomorrow because I'm going to be really busy tomorrow, hang out with friends. So I think that unfortunately this won't get finished for this vlog and for the readathon, but I will finish it soon. Hello. I look really ratty. Oh, this lighting's not good. Also, if you can see my pimple patch. No, you cannot. The bloody pimple patch is back. I don't know. I've been going through some shit lately, so I've been really stressed. And when I stress, my acne plays up, and that just really helps the situation. Like, when I'm stressed, exactly what I want is pimples. So I'm here to wrap up the Thick Thighs readathon. It has officially finished, but I hope that everyone enjoyed it. I most certainly did. It was super fun. We did so many sprints, and I got to hang out with some of my good friends. I never talked about Zenny, so I think I'm just going to talk about it here. It was like the first thing I read, but I don't think I filmed a clip. But I really liked that. It was the group book, and it was really good, but the narrator sucked. I feel like that's really mean. I just didn't like the narrator for this book. I think his female dialogue was really like stilted and fake and forced. It was like really awkward to listen to, like really, really not good. But I liked the actual story. Arranged marriage, so it's these two characters that in order to get this inheritance need to get married. So it was like the main chick's aunt and she can get a lot of money, and so can this guy that she knows, if the two get married, because she thinks that they'd be a great match. So they need to be married for 30 days to get the inheritance. And I really enjoyed it. I really liked that a lot of the drama was like external. It wasn't a lot of internal like drama. It was very much like familial drama rather than drama in the actual romance. Like there was a little bit still, but I feel like for a romance it was actually like quite chill, which I appreciated, because I feel like they just like, I don't know, they just got together kind of seamlessly, and it was really cute and like realistic, and no, they had great chemistry and everything just seemed really easy with them. So I enjoyed that. And there was pegging. So of course I loved it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this vlog, and if you joined us for the Thick Thighs Readathon, please let me know, and let me know what you got read. I would absolutely love to know. Make sure you're subscribed to all of the lovely co-hosts, especially the host Sasha. Go follow her and make sure you're around so that you hear the announcement for if there's a future round. But yeah, I'm gonna go now, so thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. But until then, bye!